We are glad that the whole place is looking for solution. Everyone is looking for solution to the problem between Untouchable Comedy and Precious. Why the news have actually gone out of both of them having AS genotype, and that has made us to have a break in their relationship, which has suffered so many setbacks, especially for everyone. Both of them are in a very tight corner at the moment. It's been very difficult for both of them. It's been very difficult to, to let go. Even though Precious have left Untouchable's house, but still you find out that Untouchable have not recovered from this incident. However, there are hopes coming. Very funny prophet, who has said his own side of the story. I don't believe him. So funny. And but then that aspect where he called for 21 days prayer was recently re-echoed by a younger prophet who woke up just this morning and said there is a revelation for Untouchable and Precious. Well, since they say since mountain no Greek go Jerusalem want to come to mountain. The spirit realm is charging for you people. So the online in-laws, we have been praying and wailing at the same time. Let us hope that this God intervention that we're expecting will give us the victory that we're expecting to receive from this particular story. A lot of people in the beginning say it's a prank. They prank us a lot, they do this, but then these few days have shown you guys that it is not prank. These guys are serious about themselves and they really want to move on. But then, the pain is just so much that they don't want anyone to come close to them. I will urge anyone who is close to them to continue to press. We've not heard from Precious for some time now. We hope to also hear from her, and that she continue to get the videos. You saw the South African medical doctor who came out to also make his own contribution. He said there is hope for this type of situation, that medicine have conquered this AS genotype challenge. Well, he was even saying if Nigeria doesn't have the facility, then South Africa have the facility. This blood can be screened and what have you. If that is the case, it means if the parties at the end of the day, these two partners decide to marry, then they should also be thinking of taking it over, going to South Africa to stay for the time being until they finish raising their children before they can now come back here. But if the facilities are here, so be it. But one good thing I learned about this development is that the internet space is trying to find a solution to this trend, to this challenge that has, ravaged, broken a lot of homes, put a lot of people into pains, especially children, unborn children. Let's see how this story develops. If at the end of the day, we are able to come to terms and have these two partners back, and both spiritual angle and the medical angle, if those two areas supports them, then we have a Thanksgiving and we have a wedding to plan. So as we continue to pray and try to listen to men of God, because I think one of the major challenge that has also made this thing to escalate to this point is the big manism in both of their body. Big man too much for their body. because I know for a fact that a lot of men of God have been speaking. Untouchable pastor has said you have not been picking his call. Other pastors have been calling. This matter just dey round, 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 round. Even native doctors don't they put mouth. Everybody is trying to see one way or the other how this matter, the story can be resolved, and we can have a happy ending. But above all, I know is in as much as their story is the story that is bringing out this problem in society. Let's see if we can find a solution to their problem medically and spiritually. If it goes well, then there is hope even for a lot of marriages that are presently having this particular kind of challenge. You understand? You know. But then the question out there will also be, what of the children who had already been born with this SS genotype? Is there still hope for them? Have our science developed to the point that we can say, their own blood can be screened, and then those blood that cause this, those cell blood that cause this thing, will be equally flushed away from their system, and they could actually change their genotype or give them a better chance of living in less bodily crisis world. So that's why I, for one, am happy that this story is taking this direction, because we know it is definitely from one person's success story that a lot of people that have this challenge will come forth, and then it will be able to open the door. It's also possible that the medical facilities we have in this country, you know, are capable of solving this problem. But because it has not come to the public view for the first time, not until now. So a lot of us have been expecting medical doctors, practitioners, nurses, and the rest of them, people in the medical world, to start speaking about the fate of these two people, so that we can know, because it's an interesting time, especially for our teenagers who peradventure are hearing about their genotype issues presently, and this call for a reason for them to take their genotype serious, especially towards the end of their secondary school education. They should be able to know their genotype, and then be able to know their blood group, because I know in those days, before you enter the university, these are the things they ask you to go and supply to the school authority. But how this one bypassed both of them? Of course, Untouchable went through the 4 walls of the university, unlike Precious. So he ordinarily ought to have. So these are the issues that we keep saying. What happens to our institutions? Because we have been blaming these two lovers for quite a long time, without also calling out the institutions where these people must have passed through. You did not stress about these things. So I wish that in the coming week, we have seen the medical angle. Let's see whether these two people will summon the courage to meet with the young prophet, and then undergo the prayers and whatever that they will be asked to do, and see if the good Lord will definitely intervene in this matter and restore our minds to the love that we all expect, the great wedding that we look forward to come, and then to see these two couple back again and happy for the rest